I'm mindful that you're probably hanging for a coffee break, so I'm going to do a speedy version of a presentation today. But I don't come from a dance background at all, and I don't come from a clinical or research background at all. I come from a marketing background, and the organisation I represent is one called Feros Care. We're a not-for-profit organisation that's footprint runs from Townsville to Tasmania, primarily offering in-home care and health and wellness programs, technologies to support people living at home longer. And we also have 3 residential villages in northern New South Wales, in Bangalow, Byron Bay and Kingscliff. Some of the programs I wanted to share with you today are 3 very, very separate programs, but they all have one common theme around dance. I met Liz at a recent Arts and Ageing conference, and we share a common theme that Liz runs the Bold Festival and I run a brand that is all about growing bold. And that's how our partnership or our conversations first started, and I had an opportunity to share with Liz some of the bold programs that I run. So my mandate is basically to fight ageism, also to turn ageing on its head and to break down stereotypes in community about what it is to grow old. We celebrate ageing, we empower people to live their best lives and not fear those latter stages of life, but rather embrace them and see them as an opportunity to learn new things, to explore new things, and dance definitely forms one of those aspects. So today's presentation is around a fresh view with Feros and empowering bold lives for seniors through the power of dance and music. So I'm not going to go through the clinical benefits and all the research behind the science of dance for seniors, but just if you could have a look at the bottom point there, that's the one that resonates the most with me, is it creates happiness, energies and endorphins. You'll see through the programs that I'm going to show you today, through the expressions on the faces of the seniors and also their commentary, the power that it does have. Of course it does help with body imbalance, mental recall, with dementia, with social interactions and things like that, and improving self-esteem. But what you'll see today is the power of dance and the impact that it's having on seniors that live with us. The first program I wanted to talk to you about is something that we trialled in our villages last year. It was called Silent Disco. Basically we were disco tours that came into our villages with headsets we would put onto our seniors. We would adapt the volume that was most comfortable with them. And then we would take them through genres of dance, right from Frank Sinatra right through to the village people. It's nothing better than seeing 90-year-olds doing the YMCA. And there were many seniors that hadn't spoken for many, many years. And at the end of the programs, they were talking. They were connecting. You could see their faces light up. Silent Discos was our first venture into dance. And as a marketer, I think it's all very well to say these are the sort of things that we do, but you've got to show the evidence of how that impacts the seniors that are living within your village. So I'm responsible for a lot of the video outputs that we do for our programs. And what it does for us is it allows us to share this through social and through the internet, the power of changing perceptions around ageing. So for me, a lot of the projects that I do, it's very important that we can amplify it, and therefore we do a lot of videos that allow us to distribute that messaging and disrupt ageing and create new ways of looking at things. I'd like to introduce to you here Silent Disco, where I used to mouse. The lady that you see featured there is one of my favourite rock stars of ageing. Her name's Nina. When you see her dance, oh, there's a muffin here. When you see her, sorry, I'm just trying to control that. When you see her dance, just bear in mind that she's 97.
I'm Jenny, I'm the Positive Living Coordinator at Feros Care Residential. It means that I get to work with our teams at each village organising programs that allow the residents to have some fun and bring the villages to life. The fabulous thing about music is that it seems to bring to life memories that are stored in a different part of the brain. It's different when you have the headphones on too, compared to when you just play the music through the sound system. It seems to really reach into people. People that have trouble putting words together at the moment and finding some sentences, they just come alive with the music.
It's lovely. And I really love to see these people. All of these were looking and laughing, and then I want to like do the same. It's lovely.
Before you know it, they're up on their feet and they're dancing like they did when they were younger. And even the ones that can't walk anymore will stand up out of their wheelchairs and get into the movement.
Well, I think it's such a clever idea. Oh, wow. Lovely. Lots of fun. I don't have the time to come.
Okay, the next one I want to talk to you about was Feather. I'd like to introduce Fearless Feather. 6 months ago, I just completed a project with Screenworks New South Wales. We put a call out to seniors within the community. There was a prerequisite they had to be over 75 years of age and be doing something fearless in their lives. We had an opportunity to mentor 10 of those seniors with film directors and producers in our local region to produce 10 short films. The result of that was 10 short films were premiered at Byron Bay on the red carpet. We picked up the seniors in limousines. They came to present their films to the media and to their families and friends. All the subject matters were up to them as to what they wanted to speak about in their films. And one of the films that we had was around dance, and it's around Feather. Feather is a iconic early 90s, 82-year-old who lives at Byron Bay. Actually, the average age of most of the people participating in our Fearless film projects was 90. How spectacular is that? We had one lady who was trapezing in a circus, another gentleman who was sailing the oceans again with a friend, and he hadn't done that for 20 years. All of these films can be seen on our website, Feros Care website. And I just found out 2 weeks ago that Virgin Airlines will be screening the 10 documentaries in in-flight entertainment internationally, as well as on domestic flights from April, May, June. So you'll be able to catch them there if you're flying as well. So that's just a fantastic way of spreading some very positive messaging around ageing. So allow me to introduce you to gorgeous Feather. And if you're ever up in Byron Bay, you'll see her at Top Pub dancing.
People come up to me and say, "How old are you?" I say, "Old enough to know better, and too young to give a rat's ass about it." I came up here from Manly, so I was always a beach girl anyway. And in Manly, I started a topless thing on Manly Beach, so of course I went through with it up here as well. And knew sunbaking in Bagger and Balonjal. The name Feather came about. I jumped in the shower and a feather was on the floor, a white feather. And that was strange. I kept it, I've still got it to this day. So hence the feathers everywhere. And then some people in town still call me Lorraine. I think, oops, Mum's around, I better be over this. I started dancing when I was maybe 7. I did tap, I didn't want to do ballet. Ballet was too quiet. Then I came up here and I met a lady who'd been a tap dancer, and she said she wanted to start a group of over 50 tap dancers. We were called the Bay Bells. And I stayed with her for about 10 years. And then all of a sudden I didn't want to do structured dancing anymore. I got into the pub scene, but Friday night it could be raining or storming, and I think, oh, I won't go tonight. And I say, no, get yourself dressed and get out there, because it's too easy to stay at home. I hear a lot of women say, I can't be bothered anymore. That's part of it, is getting out and getting dressed and looking your best and meeting people. You're not going to meet anybody sitting at home in a chair. No, I think it's wonderful. I've reinvented myself. Makes me feel alive. Dancing just gives that extra special. It's the music, movement, and it's the people around you as well. Yeah, everyone's got a smile on their face and everyone's happy. Yeah. Life is a challenge. And you've got to rise up to the challenge. And don't be defined by your age. Don't say no to anything, just say yes to everything. That's why I'm doing this, because I said yes.
the final one I wanted to close on today was a project called Sprung. Aside from doing ageing, Feros Care also is a local area coordinator for NDIS, so we look after working with people with disability. Late last year we were approached by Sprung Integrated Dance Company, and the director of the company, Dr. Robin Brady. Now unfortunately Robin was coming down to co-present with me today, and she got stranded at Coolangatta Airport when the flights were cancelled last night. She then this morning woke up and drove all the way out to Brisbane to catch a flight down to Canberra, and she will be arriving later today. So unfortunately she's not here to share this with me, but she has sent me a text that she wishes me to read during the presentation. But Robin contacted us and said that she would like to do a collaboration between seniors within our villages and also people dancers that have disability from Sprung. We rejoiced at the opportunity to combine two marginalised parts of our community and bring them together for what people would consider a difficult project. We didn't consider it that way. We considered this a wonderful opportunity to have them come into our villages and do workshops with our seniors. And that's exactly what happened. We did the collaboration and worked on a French cafe theme with Sprung Integrated Dance. The finale was an onstage performance at Tinton Bar Hall to a standing ovation and a crowd there. It's a beautiful collaboration. I'm so very, very proud of this beautiful work that they did. And here's just a snippet of the French cafe.
Sprung Integrated Dance Theatre Company. We run projects for dancers with and without disability, and we're particularly interested in training, true training for persons with disability, and in developing new works that for mainstream audiences that are intergenerational and expand society's ideas of what dance is and who does it. This project I'm really excited about. It's French Cafe, and it grew out of a tiny project that Create New South Wales sponsored in April.
My name is Tara Cochran. I'm a singing dancer from Sprung Great Dance Leader. The reason why I love dance so much is because it's my life.
Hi, I'm Michael Hennessy. I'm Artistic Director of Sprung Integrated Dance Theatre, where dancers with and without disability. This is Max McCauley. He's one of our senior dancers with Sprung.
I like to dance with seniors here, and I feel like home here, and for seniors, for a good dancer.
Well, my name is Julie, and I came up from Tasmania about 3 years ago. And to be included in the Sprung Dance Company, that's just what a girl needs to hear.
What's really beautiful about this project are all participants are bold, and we're all about wanting to grow bold, and creative arts is very much part of a lifetime of enriched, growing bold moments.
Yeah, my name is Betty Hart, and I'm 95 years old. And I still love to dance. That's of me when I was 18 years old, and my name then was Crawford, Betty Crawford. And I was dancing with Tommy Anderson, my dance partner. We were only dance partners. We weren't boyfriend and girlfriend, we were just dance partners. I can still move those feet.
Hello, I'm Janine Buckley and I'm the CEO of Feros, and I came to watch the Sprung's annual gala performance. It was fantastic. The Sprung is about diversity, and for Feros, that is our mission. Our Grow Bold mission is about people learning and living life to the fullest, regardless of their age or disability or health. And really this just represented exactly what we're about, and I'm so proud of what Sprung has done.
Isn't that just a divine partnership? Yeah. partnership that we hope to take into the future with future productions. At this point of the presentation, I was going to segue to Robin, but I'm going to take over her part as well, just for a quick couple of quotes from her. It was round, she said, "Hi Tanya, we're about to board Brisbane to Canberra. What I wanted to share in my section was the oral history process and how it enabled us all in the room at Feros and the gala at the Tittenbar Hall to be reunited across time and distance. For example, in that moment in 1939, when Australia was on the brink of war, but bodies were flying up in the air to the sound of big band trumpets." What she's doing there is referring to Jilly Richardson, and Jilly is one of our residents who's 99 now, and you would have seen her feature in the film, and here's just an audio grab from what she had to say.
Now we'll go right back to the beginning, when all the big American bands were on the, huge, the big band job, big trumpets, big everything, big music. Oh God, yes, a lot. And these beautifully dressed American nurses, beautiful twilly sort of fawn uniforms, you know, looking spanking. And we Australians, we look pretty nice, but oh gosh,
Just beautiful to see that.
Now we'll go right back.
The power of arts in ageing and what it can do and the impact it's having. The best thing about the gala was Dancing with Feros. It reminded me of my granny, and that was Max. How beautiful was that, seeing those interactions as well. So yeah, we're looking forward to doing a lot more partnerships with Sprung into the future. This was another quote. When we were dancing, I felt so good. I felt like I was floating. I hope that when I die, it feels like this. The dance company for that opportunity to collaborate. We're moving forward with incorporating dance within a lot of our projects. We have the Gold Ballerina class having just signed up a course for our residents, and that will start in April. And then we've got the hip hop group working towards a collaboration towards the end of the year. So bring on dance, grow bold, move more, dance more. And just finally, I just wanted to say thank you for allowing us to attend an industry or a dance conference, and we were so honoured to be able to sponsor the appearance of Elaine Kramer to be here, 104, far out, what a rock star of ageing. We didn't think twice about wanting to sponsor her attendance at this festival, because she really is changing people's mindsets and setting such great representation for what is possible. Thank you.